So comment, subscribe, dislike, or like. Check out the links in the descriptions for other of my sites, other activities that I'm involved in. Got a whole bunch of Facebook groups you can check out. I play multiple card games, so I do music among other things, so check out the links in the description. This is my Bulma GT Fireball deck. 1 copy of the leader. 4 Goku and Pan and Trunks Galactic Explorers. 4 Lightning Fast Hit. 4 Hit Space Time Transcendent. 4 SS3 Nappa. 4 Vegeta Exploring Weakness. 4 Kaioken Goku. 4 Heroic Fidel. 4 Hidden Power E Supreme Kai. 4 Testing Opposition. 4 Violent Rays. 4 Master Roshi Potential Unleash. 4 Piccolo Jr. Descent of the King. 4 King Piccolo Giant Force, and 1 Goku and Frieza Miraculous Conclusion. So the burn cards of the deck is obviously Goku, Vegeta, the Giant Force, the Nappa, and the Lightning Fast Hit. This is where you get your finishing burn from to finish out the game. We do have Master Roshi with its auto to burn your opponent for 1 damage when your opponent has 5 or more life. So this is just a good way to burn your opponent early game. Plus its ability to +1 to become a 20k for your turn. The +1 allows it to stick on the field longer, obviously, which is always good. But also, it being a 20k body allows you to apply pressure to your opponent's leader. So you have a higher chance of getting your opponent down to 2 life with this unison. So more reasons to use it. And of course, with its +1 ability, constantly plussing every turn, it will help to go towards the effects of Goku, Pan, and Trunks because of the spirit boost effect. Bulma, the leader, gives all your red Saiyans and Earthlings blocker, so pretty much everything in this deck becomes a blocker except for a hit. And he's Supreme Kai, obviously. But everything else will become a blocker if need be. And then you can, activate and draw a card on the front side. When you have 4 less life, you can untap 2 energies, which comes in handy later on. It's an important thing. And then active main on the awakened side to draw 2 cards. We also have Piccolo Jr. Unison to help us, draw a card. And just gives us another 2-drop unison that we can use in a combo along with our Goku, Pan, and Trunks. Alright, so it's Goku, Pan, Trunks is a 30k deflect. First active main, pay 3 red energy. If you have 4 more energy, play this card from under a unison. Second active main, once per turn, Spirit Boost 3, so you remove 3 markers from your unison. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards, and they get negative 30k power for the duration of the turn. And this card gains triple attack. So it's a 30k, they can attack 3 times, and with Bulma, it'll be a blocker. So you could attack twice, and then instead of attacking for the 3rd time, you can just keep it in active mode so that we can use it to block and just be able to swing twice every turn and still have a defense, right? The defensive stance strategy, sword and shield basic, right? And then the 3rd active main, which is a limit 1, so you can only use it once per turn. Choose one of your red unison cards with 10k power or more and place this card under it from your hand or battle area and add a marker to it. So the way we're going to obviously try to want to play this to cheat it out will be to use its 3rd active main to put it under any one of our unisons to give it a marker. Of course, the unison can give itself a marker with their +1 abilities, and so we can easily get up to 3 markers for the Spirit Boost ability of this card, and then pay 3 red when you have 4 more energy. So pretty much on turn 4, you'll want to play off this strategy and then get this nice 30k body on board. and then start swinging because you'll be a 30k triple attack. So you'll have about 3 attacks plus your unison, so that's 4 attacks. Possibly your leader, so that's 5 attacks that you could be swinging your opponent with. But 3 30k swings is always good. That's not to even mention the fact that you could obviously still combo to get the attack even higher, so it drastically increases the chance of your attacks going through. Then is also the fact that this minus 30k to all your opponent's battle cards, so pretty much your opponent's board will be cleared to reduce the possibility of a clapback. So really good card. Definitely, I was like, this is going in Bulma. Alright, so that's why it's here. It can synergize as well with all the other cards. Plus, its third active main works really well with King Piccolo to help get it to 4 markers. That way you don't have to use more energy. So the idea is you want to pay 3 to play it, right? Pay 3 to play, then use the active main of Goku, Pan, Trunks to put it under the leader unison, and then give it a marker so it has 4 markers. Then you want to use the leader's ability to untap 2 energy. So just think of the fact you have like 6 energy, right? On turn 6, use 3 to play this. You attach the copy of Pan and Trunks to this, and then you have 4 markers, right? You awaken the leader, so untap 2 of the 3 energies you used up. So that way you have 3 plus the 2 you just gained back, so you have 5 energy. So you'll be back to 5 energy, and then with the 5 energy, you can obviously use 4 red plus 1 for the X and do 1 damage since your leader is red. So this is how you'll be able to trigger this card's ability to do 1 damage. If you're on turn 7, obviously you could do 2 damage instead. But the goal is to try to get them down to at least 1, because then that makes it where Nappa can win you the game just by playing it, or Goku Frieza win you the game just play it. Triggers active main, warp it in order to deal your opponent 1 damage. So you can flush that, get that out there. But of course you got the lightning fast hit with the evolve ability to do 2 damage. So you have that as a backup in case you don't get your opponent down to 1 life. You can go that route. So you have options. But if you can stall for 1 more turn and get to turn 7, get to turn 7, then you can do the combo to do 2 damage with King Piccolo. So there's that. Right, like I mentioned, lightning fast hit when you evolve it on top of a battle card. You can do 2 damage to your opponent. Something you can do is, if you're on turn 6, use 3 energy to play hit space time. Right, and then awaken with your leader, so that way you'll be back to 5 energy, and then use that 5 energy to evolve lightning fast hit on top of the space time hit, and then deal your opponent 2 damage. So if you haven't awakened your opponent yet, you're on turn 6 and you have these 2 cards in your hand, you can just burn your opponent for 2 just by doing that. Obviously, another thing you can do, if you can burn your opponent for 2 on turn 4, for example, while you have the ability to awaken your leader, is to have a lightning fast hit in the drop, and then play a space hit time hit for 3, right? Then use the leader's ability to untap 2 energy, so you'll be back to 3 energy, and then use the 3 energy to use hit's ability to evolve lightning fast hit from the drop and do 2 damage. So that's how you can do that. I already mentioned, just by playing Nappa, since this deck is mono red, you'll be able to do 1 damage just for playing it. Of course, we got Vegeta, Goku for more board wiping, for some low cost board wiping. Kaioken Goku with its active main for 2 red energy can negative 25k to a battle card ignoring barrier. So this is your barrier hate. But you could also use it to board wipe 20k or less battle cards, and then it'll become a blocker, of course, Same goes for Vegeta. He'll do minus 30k, but he has the counter playability, so you can play on your opponent's turn for 3 energy because he is reduced by 2 costs on your opponent's turn. Play this, so it makes it a pretty good board wipe. He gives your leader 5k boost. He will become a blocker, so it'll be a 19k blocker, plus he negs 20k to all your opponent's battle cards, which might wipe out a large majority of your opponent's battle cards. But if there's some left over, they'll be pretty weak, so it'll be kind of tough for them to do damage or apply pressure, which is always good to use this to try to get you that extra turn, because the idea is obviously it's a stall, try to get to turn 6, and then that's where you're going to try to do your strong plays like your lightning fast hits or your King Piccolo plays, even your Goku and Frieza, because you can play Goku and Frieza for 5 energy if all your energy is mono red. So, which it would be. Videl can negain attack, and then when it hits the field, it becomes a blocker, so you can use it to block an attack, so you can potentially stop 2 attacks for 1 energy. Sorry. E Supreme Kai obviously is to help you quickly do double strike damage to try to get your opponent down to 2 life or 1 life, so you can finish them off through burn, the usual. Plus, it helps against unisons and stuff like that. Testing out position can negate an attack. You can make a token, so you can potentially block 2 attacks for 2 energy, or you can, if you have 5 or less life, you can take a life to play this for free, negate an attack, and make a token. And of course, this is not once per turn, so you can play multiple copies a turn as long as you can afford the life to do so. So you can potentially stop multiple attacks, which is always the goal, is to get to the next turn, to your win turn, right? Your win con. Violent Rays, Floodgate, negate an attack, pitch a card, choose either battle cards or unisons that if they're 20k or higher, they cannot attack. Typically, you choose battle cards with this card effect. I already mentioned that we mainly use this for early game burn, and then of course it's 20k body. Use this for its draw ability. It does have a board wiping effect, which is its -2 ability. It has an auto, which is a floodgate ability, but we mainly use it for draw power, and it's +1 ability, so we can use it with our Goku, Pan, and Trunks. King Piccolo, -4 ability for a win con, to burn, but also it is a 19k critical dual attacker, so you could use it to apply pressure on your opponent. And Goku and Vegeta, mainly we use it for its active main to finish off the game, but it does have 40k body, dual attack, so it has 2 chances to try to do your opponent damage, at least bring your opponent down from 2 to 1, right? And then burn them with the active main. And that's the end of the video.